Welcome back for another ep of Unfiltered Chaos. Doing a reaction to white man shot after attacking black man in Sundown town, Kingman, Arizona. It's 2026. I ain't even know they still had a sundown town where the blacks don't let the sun go down on you. Shit is bananas. Let's look into it.
You're a fucking piece of shit little weasel. Yo, bro, me and you, don't worry. I remember everything you said.
Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, all praises to the Most High. This incident happened a little over 2 months ago on April the 24th, 2026. Now, I was given this information by Mr. Booth's wife. She reached out to me and she sent me the police reports where several witnesses say that this man, Jeremiah Myers, who had previously antagonized her husband at that previous location, followed him and harassed him at the grocery store, waited outside for him to come outside, and then attacked him, causing our dear brother to stand his ground and shoot the attacker twice. Now, of course, he was arrested and he is currently in jail under several charges. And according to his wife, they are trying to get him to take a plea deal. However, you're going to find out that they really don't have a case. Now, how did this situation start? You're going to see where it is alleged that Jeremiah Myers' wife, the white guy's wife, tried to holler at the young brother right here, Jermaine Booth. And as you see from previous interactions, the pink man didn't take too kindly to it.
Yo, you supposed to check your chick for getting out of pocket. I mean, is she disrespecting you in front of you like that? I mean, then you gonna try to take it up on him because you racist? He should have clapped you in your melon. That's what he should have put one in your melon.
And so he had addressed them at that location at a mutual friend's house, and then he saw him at the Smith store. Now, several people witnessed the incident. Now, I'm going to read you some testimonies from police statements about what witnesses said. Now, here you see on the third to the last paragraph, he said, now this is the police officer, Officer Benita. He says, I viewed the video. Booth and Myers are observed to be arguing. Two other men were near Booth. Myers approaches Booth and strikes him in the face with a punch. Booth immediately then shoots Myers once. Myers backs away and Booth shoots him again. Myers retreats back further and faster and Booth chases him. I was unable to ascertain if Booth fired again. Now, this is the cop who viewed this right on scene right after the shooting, where this man struck Booth in the face after following him in the store and out of the store, waiting on him and antagonizing him. But let's read further. Myers was transported to KRMC by AMR. The scene was then secured, and I conferred with all officers on the scene, where I learned that Booth and Myers agreed to meet at Smith to fight over an issue centered around Myers' wife. They met in the store and argued, then met in the parking lot where they argued again. Booth was in the company of two friends. Myers, during the parking lot argument, struck Booth with a fist, and then Booth then shot Myers twice. Now, there's another account of another officer learning what happened. Now, according to Booth's wife, Molly, they did not agree to meet. There was no planned fight. Booth was going to the grocery store to get some groceries, and then that is when he encountered the man who accused him, as you're going to see, of groping his wife. Well, let's look at what some of the witnesses said on this scene, which corroborates with the video. Now, this witness is obviously lying. This witness.
Hold up. Shout out to Taylor House Publishing, too. So if he actually, or he officially did grope her, why didn't she take any charges out on him? Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Wood said she was in the parking lot and witnessed three black males verbally arguing with a white male in the parking lot. Wood said one black male swung at the white male, and then the black male pulled out a gun, fired at least 3 shots, and at least one shot struck the white male. Now, that doesn't corroborate what the video says. Let's look further down. Bernard said she was at the Smith fuel pump getting gas on her vehicle when she heard the yelling and commotion in the parking lot across from where she was. Immediately took out her phone and video recorded the incident. Now that is the one who recorded the incident. Now here's another witness that I spoke to Robert Gale. In essence, he told me the following. Gale said he was in the parking lot and witnessed 3 black men and a white man verbally yelling at each other. Gale said he saw one black man become physical with the white male, at what time the black man pulled out a gun and fired at least 3 shots towards the white man. Now, once again, they have the incident on video. So these 2 witnesses are obviously probably white, and they're lying because, of course, the black man always has to be guilty. But let's go to the witnesses who corroborate what was seen on the video. Now let's look at Brandy down here. Brandy stated the following in essence, that she observed the fight, that a white male was antagonizing 3 black males, one being Jermaine, in the parking lot, that Jeremiah was focused on Jermaine, that Jeremiah then attempts to strike Jermaine with his fist, that Jermaine then pulls out a firearm and shoots Jeremiah, that she doesn't know what happened to the other 2 black males. Now let's read this next statement. Now, she says she worked for the Smith, that she was on the east side of the parking lot near the cart return in the store, that she observed the entire interaction, that both Jeremiah and Jermaine were yelling at each other, that there were 2 other black males with Jermaine, that the 2 other black males were trying to de-escalate Jeremiah and Jermaine, that Jeremiah got into Jermaine's face, that Jermaine pulled out a firearm and shot Jeremiah. Now, that also corroborates the story, except Jeremiah hitting him. Blatt stated she was in a vehicle southeast of the altercation. She heard 2 males yelling and arguing, that she heard gunshots, that she observed Jeremiah fall over, that she heard Jermaine say, "I told you not to do that." What does that remind you of? That's right, Carmelo Anthony. Told you not to put your hands on me. Here is Jessica. She was parked at Smith's, that she was walking towards the store when she heard subjects yelling at each other, that one of the subjects yelling was the male that suffered the gunshot wound, that the other subject was a male in all white clothing with dreadlocks, Jermaine Booth, that she did not know what they were arguing about or what started the incident, that she heard bam bam and pointed to where this occurred almost directly next to where Jeremiah was receiving medical attention. That after the bam bam, Jeremiah fell backwards, that Jermaine, the male in the all white and the dreadlocks, said, "See, I told you that was going to happen." Once again, that is the verbal woman. Let's continue. Here's a one that also corroborates that the shooter was currently in police custody in the patrol truck, Jermaine Booth, that the shooter was wearing all white and had black dreads, that his 2 friends had drove away prior to police arrival, that the 2 friends were standing near him when he shot the other male, that during the shooting, she was putting groceries into a vehicle, that her vehicle was parked almost directly next to where the shooting occurred, that she watched the whole thing from approximately 10 feet away, that the guy in all white, Jermaine Booth, and the victim were in an argument, that she did not know what the argument was over, that Jeremiah went to swing and Jermaine grabbed a gun from his waist. Then Jermaine shot him twice. Once again, that agrees with the video. Here is Stephanie. Stephanie says that she did not know what they were arguing about, but the white guy went to throw a punch and got shot. That all she heard was Jermaine say, "Go brush your teeth." Jermaine was jigging on him. That Jeremiah turned around and went back towards Jermaine. That Jeremiah went to throw a punch and Jermaine shot him. That Jermaine drew the firearm from his waistband. That she only heard 1 shot. So how is he going to smell this man's breath unless he is extremely close to him? Now, here is what the defendant's wife said, whom he called shortly thereafter, or he was on the phone with her when the incident occurs. That she is the wife of Jermaine Booth, that she was at home vacuuming, that her daughter brought her the cell phone, that Jermaine was on the phone, that he stated, "Molly, he hit me," that she heard a lot of commotion in the background of the phone call, that the phone call was at 5:29. That in the background, she heard mention of a firearm, that she heard sirens, that she heard someone else talking, that she believed to be a witness, that this person stated that someone pulled back like they were going to hit, and then something about a gun. That prior Jermaine had said he was going to be at Smith, that she got her friend to drive to Smith to find him. So once again, that corroborates. Now, here is what the lying victim says. He said he knew the subject, Jermaine. Jermaine had groped his wife while at a party. They met at Smith to fight. He thought it was going to be a fair fight. Jermaine had two more people with him. Jermaine antagonized him. As he went at Jermaine, Jermaine shot him. Now, here's what Jermaine told the police. He has had issues with Jeremiah, which you saw from the video. Jeremiah's wife was attempting to flirt with him at a bar previously. He was inside of Smith shopping. Jeremiah approached him and began harassing and threatening him. He left the store and waited outside because he was scared. He re-entered the store to finish shopping with his friends. Jeremiah confronted him again inside the store. Jeremiah would leave and return multiple times. He walked outside the store and Jeremiah confronted him again. Jeremiah punched him on the left side of the face. He removed a .380 pistol from his front pocket and shot Jeremiah. He doesn't remember if the punch made him fall down or if he shot at Jermaine standing up. He did not run. He told Jeremiah not to do that. He placed the gun on the ground. Now, also, here, once again, the poor white victim on the hospital bed is talking to this officer. He says he knows the guys that did this. He has seen him do it to others. The guy had groped his wife at a party a few weeks prior. They continued to challenge him. There were 3 people in the parking lot. The guy pulled out a gun and shot him. And then I asked Jeremiah to break the incident down for a bit more detail. While I continued to speak with Jeremiah, he relayed the following in essence. Jeremiah saw the other male at Smith's. They exchanged words and he felt like he was baited. Oh, he was baited, huh? Jeremiah felt like the guy wanted to shoot him. Jeremiah first saw the male inside of the store. Jeremiah told the other male that he was not going to fight him in the store and he was with his mom. The guy had lingered around and Jeremiah felt like he was baited, which Jeremiah left the store. The other guy was sitting outside with his friends. Jeremiah wanted to show that he was not afraid. The other guy's friend asked what happened and he explained. Jeremiah and the other male began talking ish. The other guy said something. So Jeremiah turned around. Jeremiah took a step towards the other male and threw his hands up. Jeremiah does not know if the other male took that as a threat. The other guy pulled a gun and shot him twice. He desires prosecution for the incident. And so there you have police reports validating, even by his own admission, yeah, I wanted to prove that I wasn't tough. I feel like I was baited. No, you approached that man because your wife was trying to holler at him, but yet and still you keep saying that this man groped your wife. Now, in the interview, this is what Jermaine tells the police. The following is the summarization of Jermaine's interview. He's afraid. This is the 4th time he's been attacked since he has been in Kingman since 2012. He understands why people were the way they were on scene. He had just to shoot somebody. Nobody on scene asked him if he needed medical attention. He was thumped, a word used by Jamaican for punched in the face by the guy. And the other guy was reaching in his pockets. The guy went up to him in the store and told him to go outside. The guy called him a female kitten. The guy first approached him after the second set of doors inside of Smith. He was returning an item to Smith to get money back so he could purchase other items. The other guy was aggressive. He returned the item.
Do this right here.
That the prosecutors know they can't convict him, yet and still they're trying to get him to plead. Molly, I've heard that the public prosecutor is having a hard time trying to prove intention to commit assault. As proven, his intent to do harm is required to get a conviction. He says he does not have a case. He told Jeremiah he doesn't think he can prove anything and that he will not win the case, and was thinking about dropping the charges. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Case closed.
Exactly. Unless they trying to hang this man because it's a racist town, a racist city, or whatever, to get him to take a plea so that felon to be on his jacket. But yeah, he better stand firm. Shit is crazy.
He can't prove that there was any attempt to harm. The guy lived. The guy admittedly was aggressive, ran up on him, wanted to be tough. And the other two friends were simply there trying to de-escalate it, trying to,
But I wonder, did the other two friends make a statement? Because I see they got ghosts before the ambulance and the police just got there. So either way, though, it seems like he in good standing. So we're going to see and keep informed of what happened. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think, and like and subscribe. And it's 2026 and they still got some sundown towns. Bananas.